So, while reading through Lafcadio Hearn's collection of Japanese folktales, I've come across a couple entries that I can only describe as anti-ghost stories, and they're by far his funniest work. I'll start with The Test. Long ago, there came to Kyoto a beautiful girl from a prestigious samurai family. She was of age to marry, and her parents had given her the unique privilege of choosing a husband for herself. Men of great wealth and reputation flocked to try for the girl's hand, but no matter how eligible the suitor, she'd always make the same request. "If you want to prove your love for me, you'll submit to a test of my choosing. But you must swear by your honor never to divulge its nature." And of course, each man would accept these terms without hesitation and swear himself to secrecy. But by the following morning, he would have ceased his pursuits, looking as if he'd witnessed something truly horrifying. Bound by their word, none would say what their test of love entailed, and rumors spread that the girl must have been some kind of ghost or a fox demon. Then one day, a young samurai with no wealth or status to speak of came and met the girl. He was a good and friendly man, and she seemed to like him. But as with all the others, she presented the terms of her test, and he too swore himself to secrecy without a moment's hesitation. That night, the girl came to the humble samurai dressed in ghostly white and beckoned him to follow her out of the city. It was deep into the night. The moon glowed behind a cloudy sky, and dogs howled in the distance. Soon they arrived at a wooded knoll where a derelict cemetery lay. The girl stopped at a fresh grave where she took a shovel and began digging furiously. She unearthed a small coffin and opened it to reveal the corpse of a child. Then, with hideous strength, she tore off an arm and began devouring the upper half. When finished, she tossed the remainder of the limb to her suitor and said, "This is what I eat. Dine with me if you wish to be my husband." Without hesitation, the man squatted beside the grave and ate his half of the arm with equal fervor, then said, tasty. May I have some more, please?" For you see, the corpse they were eating was made entirely of delicious mochi. And so the samurai passed the test, as none of the girl's previous suitors had shown such bravery and devotion, and the two were happily married. The next anti-ghost story is called Diplomacy. In the garden of a samurai lord, a criminal was brought to be executed. Rice bags were piled up to hold him in place, but before the lord had unsheathed his sword, he pleaded, "Listen, your most excellent lordship, Sama. I didn't mean to commit all those thefts and assaults or the fraud." Don't forget the vandalism. Right. You see, I must have gotten some bad karma from a previous life because I was born stupid. So I just can't help but make a boneheaded mistake every now and then. And it's not fair to kill a man for something he can't help. Oh wow, guys, you hear this? It's the world's smallest biwa playing a sad ballad for our dumb criminal here. Hey, if you kill me, I swear I'll haunt your asses big time. And it'll be hardcore, not just moving plates and shit. I'm giving all of you sleep paralysis every night. Yeah. We won't mind if you haunt us. We won't? Not at all. To be honest, I don't expect we'll see him anyway. It takes some real resolve to manifest as a vengeful spirit. Oh, I've got resolve. I might not have the best brain cells, but they're all hell-bent on spooking this place up after I'm dead. Just wait. Well, if you're so confident, why not give us a sign on your way out? After I've cut off your head, try and bite this stepping stone here. Any self-respecting poltergeist should be able to pull that off, wouldn't you say? Ha, no problem. I'll bite it so hard, you'll look so stupid when I... As the criminal's head was rolling on the ground, it suddenly sprang up like a frog and bit into the stepping stone. It clung on for a horrifying moment, and then dropped just as suddenly. Everyone stared at the lord of the house in shock, but the samurai simply had his sword wiped clean, then continued about his day. Over the following months, the people of the household lived in constant anxiety, anticipating the criminal's ghostly vengeance. It got to the point where they saw his face in every shadow and heard his voice in every faint noise coming from the garden. Eventually, the lord's head retainer came and pleaded for an exorcism to be performed on the house. But the samurai replied, I don't see why that would be necessary. We don't have any ghost here. But the criminal's head, and he bit the rock, and he... Yes, it's true that with a strong enough will, a dead man's soul can return to fulfill unfinished business. But you see, ghosts are single-minded. They can only pursue the one desire they held at the moment of death. When I challenge challenged the criminal to bite the stepping stone, I distracted him from his desire for revenge. And since he succeeded in biting the stone, his ghost has no unfinished business here. Pretty clever if I do say so myself. I'm glad I was finally prompted to brag about it. Huh. And no vengeful spirit was ever seen in the samurai lord's household. Am I just fucked for thinking both these stories were hilarious?